Mm. Hey everybody, this is Frank Farmer, aka Last Son, aka whatever you would have me say. Uh, just doing I tell you what special. We're going live. Just want to touch bases on a lot of stuff that has occurred this past year. We've lost a lot of people, celebrities, and some people that most people have never heard of and they never will hear of because they weren't important to them per se. They're more so important to people that are a little closer to home. I'm sure some of you have lost loved ones and friends and everything, and it always hits home. Uh, 2022 has been a heavy year, especially for the childhood. You've got Jason David Frank, you've got Kevin Conroy, you've got so many others. Like, just it's been a rough year. Aside from that, the holidays are definitely a time of year where most people, especially people that don't necessarily have places to go, or even people that do have places to go but they just don't want to be there, end up making some strong choices that they can't necessarily take back. And I feel like there's always something you can do, or another choice to be made, so to speak. But we'll circle back to that. We're going to stay on a happy note. Um, man, like, this year's been very fortunate to me. Back in July, we'll go ahead and we'll say July. Back in July, I started a little project, or I don't know, I guess like a little hobby thing, I guess, where I was just like, okay, I've always wanted to do a podcast. I'm gonna try my hand at it, do a podcast, see where it goes. And sure enough, it went. People enjoyed it. Uh, Still in syndication right now, and a lot of people like what I had to say and what my hosts, my special, you know, guest stars, they had to say. And I think a lot of subjects really got touched on. It was definitely a learning curve for myself, doing a podcast, but I grew as I did, as more episodes got produced, as more episodes came out, I learned more and I grew more and I learned how to better tackle it. And so I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the success that I'm seeing so far, and apparel is coming. I'll be posting once it's up and running. I'll be posting where you can get the apparel on my YouTube channel. I'll post on my TikTok. I'll post on my Instagram. I'll post on Snap, wherever I can post. I'll post. And like I said, I just feel very fortunate and blessed. As far as I was supposed to fight this year, everything happens for a reason though, and I didn't get a chance to fight this year. So there's that. But there's always opportunities coming up every day, every second, and I'm always doing my best to stay relatively in the hunt. So I'm never too far away from being able to compete. My mother, my mother is one of the biggest things that has happened this year. I want to say that I'm very thankful and grateful for my mother. To a lot of people that didn't know, she had she's been like she's not it's not like she's just been battling cancer. I'm gonna call it what it is. And it came back and it got a bit aggressive, and it was very scary times for our family at one point this year, and we thought that this might be it. And sure enough, I get my fighting spirit from her because this was not it. She's still going, and we're just thankful for every second. Nobody's promised forever, just every day. every day's a day, and we're hopeful. Uh, I got married this year. Always positives. Ran from a fire while I was in on my honeymoon. It was a wildfire, not fire, but it's a story for another time. I don't know, man. Year in recap, like it was just overall a pretty good year. My teammate Austin Lane, he made it to the UFC. He finally got his long overdue contract, which is beautiful. Got a lot of other guys out of Florida that are doing great things and making great strides. Jacksonville Jaguars are in the hunt for the playoffs. I'm super ecstatic, about that. And then I don't know, man. Like life goes on for every level. There's a devil. That's what I hear. And it has definitely been there's definitely been a few levels for sure. Um, and there's definitely been some devils, but you know, we do the best we can and we make it happen. So, do 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 do. Definitely fortunate and blessed to. Sorry, forget. Oh, mm-mm. Social media has come so far these days, but it's crazy because there's so many constraints these days on social media for I mean, I don't know, just expressing yourself. I feel. Sorry, I'm just trying not to burp in people's ear. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a lot of things to be said about the policing of social media. I got the burps, man. It is not cool. I don't even remember what I ate. I think I ate. No, I ain't even eating nothing. I just had some coffee. So, oh well. I'm not built for cold weather. I know that much, man. What is it? Like they say it's supposed to be in the 20s over the weekend for Christmas or whatever. Uh, That's just not me. I do not do all that. Do, 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 do. Mm, mhm, mm, mhm. I really can't think of it. I mean, I'll hang out. I have no problem hanging out. Um, I just uh, sorry responding to text. But 1 second, life don't stop. Come in. Um, might be. Kids. Life don't stop. But Um What's up, Sam? No, 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 no. I really don't think I know of anything. I usually got topics, but I mean, I don't want to get into too many topics on the live. Um, you guys can definitely check out my podcast for my views on a lot of things. But I am open to have a conversation about anything and everything. So I'm definitely down for whatever, like open discussion as far as that goes. Q&As even, that'll work. So um I don't know, man. Like I'm just open book. I got a few episodes that I don't know. I'll try to steer clear of the topics because trying to save them for those episodes, but it is what it is. Um, things grow and things change. But like I say, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm doing all right as far as everything goes relatively. Ain't shit too stressful. But damn, I don't know. I guess some shit going down. Oh, that's Ukraine. That is always that's gonna happen. Sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be rude. Just responding. I feel like this is super rude, but this is everyday life. Do, 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 do. Not really all that interesting. So my my podcasts are, and I ain't even trying to plug them like that, but they really are. They're way more interesting than me. Like, yeah, I feel they are. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Giving old MySpace video vibes, missing. Ah, I did have a lot of MySpace videos. Um, Damn, that's way back. I don't know if any of y'all have tried. Like some of y'all 2010 kids and stuff. Like y'all don't know shit about it, but way before, in a time way before Facebook, MySpace was the move. This was before a time of Instagram. I think Twitter might have been around. I'm not sure. Twitter might not even been around. Like Twitter was just like an idea at this point in time. There was still something called LimeWire. See, a lot of y'all don't even know shit about that. Like people are getting their downloads, wherever these days. But back in the day, LimeWire used to be the move. But again, with LimeWire, you might have caught some viruses here and there too. So you was risking it all, man. It was like shit. It was bad, but hey, this is what it moves. That was life. But MySpace had your top five. So you had my top. I'm gonna break it down for you. Yeah, thanks for that. So top five in MySpace is like this right here. You had your top five best friends. This is before everything became Facebook officials. Everything was MySpace official. So people would be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we cool," but then they go looking on your MySpace, and you can be talking to this person like every other day or whatever. But you go look on MySpace, and like their top five people was like this person, that person, and this person, and you personally might not fuck with any of them people, but this person that's like supposed to be your main road dog, your main person or whatever, um, they're they're your people or whatever, and they're not like their MySpace reveals to them who they feel is like their top people. And also MySpace had it had music. So you open up MySpace, it had like you had a playlist, man. Like people get a real feel for who you is and shit. Like they're like, damn man, that's how they rocking. All right, bet. Personal training is going good. I forgot to mention that. Like that's another good thing I've been doing. I've been dabbling in personal training, and so uh, definitely helping some people meet goals. I've had a client that he came to me. He was 320 pounds by the time we split over the course. I think we worked out. We worked together for about almost 4 months, and he was approaching 270, 260. Yeah, LimeWire. Like I say, LimeWire was the move. They These kids don't know shit about that. They don't know the struggle. Like boy, you go to try to get something off LimeWire, you think that you got something, and then it could be not. Like you see the memes that, oh, I think I downloaded the wrong Spider-Man movie. Like you got to get real specific on LimeWire. Like whatever these kids are doing or getting their downloads from these days, man, I think that they can just be real ambiguous about it, and they'll get the right thing. They can um, throw a dart in the dark, and they'll still hit the bullseye. But Back then, you had to be specific. We talking about times, we talking about dates, we talking about year. What year was this? Whatever you're looking for made. Because if you ain't have it, like it's like shit. All right, well, Russian roulette. We gonna figure it out together, huh? But yeah, I mean, man, I'm gonna tell you what. Also, it's real hard being disciplined. Food wise, like it's very hard being disciplined over the holidays. Quick, like it really did. Like so, I mean, people was really like being stressed over that shit, bro. And then it like faded away kind of because Facebook became like this monster. It was a Godzilla and it was taking over social media by storm. And top five kind of went away. And Facebook kind of was like, oh, okay, it's fun, it's new, and all this shit. And then Facebook started making shit official. Like it's like you gotta claim people on Facebook, like relationships. I don't even remember if MySpace had relationships. Like it's been so long, but I know on Facebook, bro, like you dating, everything's going great, everything's nice. You're not ashamed of the person you're with by any means, but it's like, why aren't we Facebook official? And it's like, whoa. So I gotta put you on my social, like, which you should. I feel like you should show off your significant other every once in a while, but I gotta put you on my social media as we're in yeah, pirate. Oh shit, Pirate Bay. I'm jumping back and forth. Pirate Bay was that was the move too. Pirate Bay was cool. I fuck with Pirate Bay. I never fucked with Pirate Bay or LimeWire ever. Never fucked with Pirate Bay ever. I've heard that Pirate Bay was cool. I've heard. What's that mean? But no, yeah, I've heard good things about both of those sites. True love shouldn't be so complicated. You know, that's a simple song. RIPXX Tentacion. Like that's a simple song. And then Kanye took that hook off the chorus and he put it on his song or he remixed it, True Love. I like it. I like the song. And whatever for whatever reason the shit just runs through my head. Not necessarily because of any particular issue or anything. It's just it runs through my head because I like it. It's a dope beat. The song is cool, simplistic, and it's just raw. I think that's why that shit resonates with me because it's raw. It's just a man getting his feelings out there. And I don't think a lot of people have allowed Kanye to get his feelings out there. So now his feelings are just, I ain't making excuses, but I'm saying now his feelings are just like falling out. And I have theories. That's just me, but I got theories. I've got some strong theories. For instance, personally, I think that Kanye West ain't as crazy as people think he is, and that's an unpopular. People can say what they want, man. I feel it like they're like, oh well, Kanye West is out there and he's crazy. Okay, let's follow that though. Okay, so you're oh shit. I'm sorry, but I just looked at the weather report and they're talking about 20s and 17 and shit like that. We're talking about during the day. Ew, allegedly. Um, but yeah, um, I feel like I feel like Kanye West was tied down to some deals. These deals weren't where it's at, and I'm not saying no morality didn't play a part in that too. I feel like morality might have played a part in that too, but I feel like Kanye West was tied down to some deals, and he was just like, I'm not feeling this shit, yo, and I got it. He was in there with Adidas and stuff, and when you got somebody that's designing fashion and stuff like that, they're in the belly of the beast. So you're in these meetings, you're in these designs, you're in the you getting the real feel for it, you're getting the free education, but you locked in. You locked in deep. So what do when you're locked in that deep and you done soaked up all the game? You say crazy shit. It'll be too much for you to buy out your contract or get out of your contract or break a contract. It'll cost too much money. But if you can be crazy or uh financial kryptonite, they gonna drop you anyway. So when they drop you for the free, you double up, you come back, you know, soaked up the game, and you open up your own business, and now you're in business for yourself. You have your own clothing line, your own shoe wear line, because the naming and the brand belongs to you. So there's nothing that they can do about it. So Kanye West, it ain't Adidas Yeezys anymore. It's just gonna be, it ain't even Nike's Yeezys. The first Yeezy is gonna be Yeezys, and people still gonna buy that shit. And Kanye West, regardless of what the fuck he do, he always makes good music. So people still gonna buy his music. So the shit's out. The weather down here is cold as fuck. It's too fucking cold for Florida. Like, I mean, I'm a tropical brother. I've said that proud all the time. I don't do cold weather. It's not what I do. Give me some water. Probably stop this shit. Mm, it's quality H2O. But no, yeah, this weather sucks. It's wet and it's cold, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But how's the weather where you're at? That's the question. Um, I mean, yeah. Case in point, man. Like Gold Digger was a dope track, and that was before. That's crazy. That was a premonition. Damn, I'll never forget. A marriage is definitely a partnership. Let's just throw that out there. Marriage is a partnership, regardless. You sign contracts, all this shit. Like you're the CEO of your marriage. You're the CEO. They are the whichever, male or female. If you enter into it as A female, okay. You enter into it as a male. You're both co-CEOs, okay. It's a merger. It's two companies merging together to create one company. Okay, bet, boom. That's done. And this is my take on marriage, right? Um, you're supposed to produce the best product, but if somebody is coming in there with a bigger company, they're coming into this merger. Oh, what's good, CJ? Hattori Hanzo, I like that handle. What's good? Stealthy. Um, you go into that, man, and if I have a bigger company, like I feel like about to eat. What we eating? I like to eat. For instance, if Nike, uh, ramen, like instant ramen. Oh, Ninja stuff. Oh, shut my mouth. Like you answered my question before I can even ask it. Hey man, take your time, enjoy. Um, but yeah, so for instance, if Nike enters into a merger with New Balance or some shit like that, some smaller company or whatever, Nike is the premier company. They just are. They're the premier company. They're synonymous around the world. It is what it is. So, with that being said, like, don't get it twisted. They're carrying their absorbed company. Like they have more depth than New Balance. So I will never. I say all this to get to the point of Kim Kardashian when she became Kim Kardashian West. I'll never forget. I seen a clip online when she said that she's technically like it was when Kylie became a billionaire or some shit like that. But she was talking some she's technically the first female she's the first billionaire in the family, the first female billionaire in the family. And that struck me because I was just like, how? Like I was like, damn, what's Kim Kardashian doing that made her a billionaire? And it wasn't what, it was who Kim Kardashian was doing that made her a billionaire. Because she was just like, uh what was it she said? She was like, I'm technically the first billionaire before Kylie because I mean, I'm married to a billionaire. And so what's his is mine. So that makes me a billionaire too. Wrong. Because see, they signed some prenups and all that shit anyway. So what he took in, he's taken out. And what she brought in, she got to take out, which she still took some of his money still. And then that child support, forget about it. So I mean, I get Kanye. This man's lashing out. He's being a little crazy. He's definitely arrogant, doing some wild shit. But I feel like there's purposes behind some of the shit he's doing, and he's masking it as being insane. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Or I don't think he knows how to articulate what he's talking about when he gets into that whole Hitler shit. That's wild. Uh, but I do know what he means. Like, so let's break it down. The world didn't bite an eye at Adolf Hitler when he was in the People's magazine. It was either People's or Times. Let me look that up. I'm actually looking that up right now while I got y'all on here so I can be accurate versus ignorance. I like accuracy than ignorancy. That's my motto. Was it Times or was it what? It was Times. That's crazy. My bad. Black people say Times. It's Time magazine. And in 1938, Adolf Hitler was the person of the year in Time magazine. How wild is that shit? Let that settle for a minute. I mean, unanimously around the world, everybody and their mama thought Adolf Hitler was an alright guy. Like he was genuinely a decent dude. Like they were just like Adolf Hitler is that guy. Like a lot of us, me and yous, we're not that guy, but Adolf Hitler was that guy in 1938. Had to be at least 1937, rolling into 1938 and shit like that. But Adolf Hitler was that guy in 1938. So I was just like, all right, cool. When I read that bit of information, I was like, all right. Then delving deeper into it, Adolf Hitler was also in art school. And if you research some of his art pieces, they weren't bad. Like they were actually decent. But somebody thought they were shit. So they were like, fuck it, Adolf, get the fuck out of art school. Don't go on to become an abstract or, different artist. Go on to become a warlord and, you know, a world conqueror and shit and a dictator. Go do that with your life. People wonder sometimes, I bet, if Adolf had only stayed in art school. The world may never know. But if you're looking at it from his accomplishments outside of like the 1940s, like if you're looking at his accomplishments outside of that, then yeah, man, I understand what he's trying to articulate, what he's trying to say about Adolf Hitler, but make no mistake, he was a fucked up human being, very fucked up human being. But then it all goes back to Chris Nolan, man, and Dark Knight. Harvey Dent said that shit, man. Harvey motherfucking Dent. He said we either die a hero or we live long enough to see ourselves become the villain. That's history. People try to rewrite history, but that's history. Julius Gaius Caesar took power in Rome, quickly garnished popularity, had the love of the people. Uh, Pompey or Pomp, he not Pompey, but what's his name? Pompous or Pottus? I gotta research, man. I ain't read about them two in a while, but uh, he they were friends at one point. Okay, bet that's what I feel too. I feel like it was times too. I I say times all the time, man, but I think I ain't even trying to be racial. I just feel like it's because I'm black. I say times, and black people, everybody be like times. We put an S on a lot of shit that don't got no S. So fuck it. It is what it is. But I just looked it up. It's time. It's not times. There's no S. But back to that topic, man. Like, I don't know. Like, Caesar was cool. And then the people that were making money weren't making money no more. So he wasn't cool. They killed him. He didn't even go after his friend's head. Like the people who thought that, which when he went to Egypt, that's when Pompous or Pompey or whatever, when he went to Egypt, he thought that he was straight, and the Egyptians killed him and gave his head to Caesar because they thought, all right, bet, bro, this gonna be cool. We're gonna get in good. So when he found this out, he had the people that had it done, he had them killed and their heads hung outside the castle and shit, like, as a message. I was just like, that's savage, but call him what you will, the motherfucker had his morals. So, but in the end, he was held a monster. He was held a tyrant. But all of Rome was a tyrant, man. All of Rome was a monster trying to spread their glory and all that. You had Alexander who was trying to bring unification and prosperity to the known world and stuff. He had his own way of conquering, and he did it somewhat seemingly and somewhat peacefully. He tried his best. He tried to leave the governing bodies that were already established and in power of the places that he conquered. He tried to assimilate their culture into his and leave certain bodies of them in power. And he wanted his men to take wives and stuff and have kids with those cultures. And spread the Greek and Messenian seas and stuff throughout the world. He wanted to, Genghis Khan that shit essentially before Genghis Khan. But with that being said, though, dude, it's like Alexander was cool until he wasn't cool. Philip, or Iskander, before they were all cool, but until they weren't cool. It probably is the Mandela effect. It's a lot of shit, man. I remember certain openings to shows, to TV shows. You can't drop bombs like that and then just like be right back. Ryan Reynolds is the number one contender for being the Antichrist. That's fucking wild. Uh, I will not elaborate. Be right back. No homo. Ryan Reynolds is he a good looking dude. Like, it is what it is. So they say that the Antichrist is supposed to be very seductive, attractive, So boom, there you go. And they say he's supposed to be universally liked. It's a lot of people. I've heard of a lot of people that don't fuck with Ryan Reynolds, man. So I wouldn't say he's universally liked, but a lot of people do like him, and then there's a lot of people that don't really fuck with Ryan Reynolds. So I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. But you got to be able to universally like connect with people in order to be that dude. I feel like it's somebody that even I would be like, no, he's a good guy. Like in my head, I'll be like, yo, he's cool, he's a good guy, but I don't catch some vibes. So it's just like I ain't saying he's a bad guy, I just don't catch some vibes. But back to what you were saying, Sam. Yeah, it's a lot of shows that I'm just like, man, you know, I'd be like, I remember it coming on different. I remember different takes on certain shit when I was growing up. There's a thing that say they release certain particles when they turned on this machine, and then our universe at one point was going along a certain way, and then it shifted. And they say that we're actually in an alternate universe right now today. Like we're living on an alternate timeline or wavelength or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that's why 90% of us that were 90s kids or 90s babes and stuff, we got a Mandela effect going on because we remember the way the world should be, the way the world used to be versus the way it is now. Hell, Tupac might have lived in another universe, who knows? But yeah, I don't know, man. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna do some research on this Ryan Reynolds shit. Like I'm like, whoa, that's a that's a bomb, man. I think best piece of advice I always got was everybody's a hero in their own story. Nobody's gonna see themselves as a villain, and everybody's gonna do what's right for their people, for their clan, for their. There's not gonna be necessarily a villain. In order to gain, something must be lost. Edward Elric told me that shit, man. Equivalent exchange. So I'm not going to just. I'm American. Call me African American or whatever you want to call me. I'm American. I'm a black American. Okay. I've never been to Africa. I'm sure it's a beautiful and wondrous country, but I've never been to Africa. I'm an American. So I'm going to be for America always. So if it comes down to it and I have a button to press, and on this button, if I press it, this place goes here and they're never to be heard from or seen again. But America is safe. And then on this button here, I press it and half of America goes and half of that place goes, but both countries are relatively still left alone. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man, and it is what it is. Y'all can call me a monster, but I'm patriotic. I don't owe them people shit. I don't know them people. I didn't grow up with them people. Them people ain't my family. I've got family all over the place in America. So I'm gonna press the button, obviously, that saves America, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie about it. I'm not finna but for doing so, that's gonna make me a villain. I'm a demon now. I'm demonized. And that's what we do. We glorify and we deify people until it's not popular to glorify and deify them anymore. For whatever reason, Will Smith had a psychotic breakdown. Nobody ever wanted to see it from Will Smith's point of view. Everybody and their mama wanted to see it from the point of view that Will Smith ain't shit. He shouldn't have never done that to Chris Rock. He took it too far. He did this and that, and it was what it was. But prior to that, we glorified, we deified Will. Oh, he did such a good job as Genie in Aladdin. You know, he's a god. He's this, he's that. And now, oh, he's a devil. He should never work in Hollywood again. I can't believe he done that. And in reality, sheep people are being told what to think and how to feel about that when the people that are involved in it don't really even feel no type of way strongly about that. You ain't heard no more out of those people. And that's Chris Rock. Will Smith has been apologizing publicly and stuff. Chris Rock ain't really said too much shit on it. He ain't said too much about it at all. And that's the main person that really the other side of that coin that matters. What's men's deal with thinking Ryan Reynolds is attractive? I don't understand. It's Ryan Reynolds, man. That's just like what's his name? John Stamos, man. John Stamos, like Uncle Jesse from what is it, Family Matters or no, Family Matters is something else. Was it Family Matters? With the Olsen twins, Michelle and all them? Full House. It was Full House. Okay, that's what it is. Family Matters is that's Steve Urkel and yeah. But they all again, 90s kids, so them shits came on back to back, so fuck it. But yeah, no, it is what it is, man. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. Yeah. Like I say, I don't said so much uh positive about the LGBT and and I've definitely let my transgressions be known about the alphabet gang. Those two are two separate entities, I feel. Like the LGBT is, you know, great community and then the alphabet gang, they are some bullies. Straight bullies. They want to bully their way into the school system and teach children to accept stuff when my child don't even know how to count yet. Why should he know about sexual orientation? And I lied. My son's 5 years old. He does know how to count. My kids know how to count. But I'm saying like the age that they're trying to teach these kids, like it's like, man, let them be kids. They don't need to know about this, that, and the other. They just need to know that I'm having fun, I'm playing, I'm learning. That's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ryan Reynolds, he's cool. He's doing good things in life, I think. He's got I haven't had his tequila. I really want to do it. So Ryan Reynolds, if this ever reaches you and you ever see this or you ever get this, I doubt it. Send me a bottle of your tequila, dude. I would like to sample it and see what's up with it and let you know what I think because I like I like tequila too. So we'll see. Um, I don't know, man. Like I feel like life is just one of those things where you really running through a simulation and you figuring shit out as you go. It's like a video game, and for all purpose and intent, you are player one. But I think some people get the strip flipped because they think that they're player one and they're the one playing the game. He ain't all right. In your humble opinion, who is it? If he ain't If he ain't that guy, then who is? Who's that guy? Let me know. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments. Um, shit, I'm still tripping over that dude might be the Antichrist. Like that's wild. That's another dark rabbit hole to get sucked into on YouTube. People, y'all finna start looking at that shit too. Y'all finna be like, oh, trying to see who's the Antichrist. Um, where was I? I digress. But I was going somewhere. In my rambling thoughts. Oh, yeah, some people get the strip flip, bro. They think that they're the controller in player one, but really they're the controllee, like they're the character. They're not the person mashing the buttons. Um, it's all on who you give your power to. You allow people to influence your thought. You allow people to influence the way you emote, your emotions and stuff. You allow people to influence all these things, and they're your controller. You get your news from what people tell you should feel versus absorbing the news for what it is and making a conscious decision of how you feel. You're indoctrinated into feeling some type of way versus understanding and then choosing to feel some type of way. So I feel like it is what it is. This was random. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do another holiday special probably tomorrow. But this one was definitely random. It was just me having fun, taking a minute out. Uh, but I'll probably hop on tomorrow, earlier tomorrow, and I'll do a bit more promotion because this was fun. Um, and we'll see who that guy is. We'll see. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll probably have more of a wider spectrum to see who that guy is and to see who that gal is too. Equal opportunity. So we'll see what woman is still that woman from Holly Berry, is still great looking to me. And then you got Angela Bassett, still good looking. So, you know, um, I'm finna hop off here in a